Hi, welcome to this very special 3-year anniversary YouTube video of a G.I. Joe toy review, where today I'll be celebrating my 3-year anniversary here on YouTube. And today we will be looking at the G.I. Joe Extreme Scar Infantry Officer in her code name of Steel Raven. But before we get to Steel Raven, let's do our shoutouts of the week, starting with Back to the Media at 41 South Loudon Street, and you can find them on the web at www.backtothemedia.com, and you can email them at backtothemedia@gmail.com. You can also find them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can go and check them out for video games, music, movies, toys, and more. And you get all your video game accessories from all the way back to the Atari and all the way up to current. Really, really cool stuff. And while you're in the neighborhood, go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles at 115 South Loudon Street, just on the other side of the splash pad. And you can find them on Facebook, or you can email them at timetravelertoys@gmail.com, which you could get all your G.I. Joe, Transformer, Thundercats, He-Man, Star Wars, WWE toys, and as well as collectibles. And you can find everything there. And so go ahead and check them out. So on our feature presentation of the week, Miss Steel Raven. And let's start out by checking her file card. Here's a picture of Steel Raven. And it has the Cobra logo underneath it, but she was actually a part of Scar, being that she was part of the G.I. Joe Extreme. And let's take a look at what her file card says. It says, Scar, Infantry Officer, codename Steel Raven. File name unknown. Primary military specialty is a infantry commander. Secondary military specialty is interrogation. Birthplace unknown. Grade of OF1, lieutenant, which I believe the OF in this stands for officer, but if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. And the paragraphs read, Steel Raven joins Scar, soldiers of chaos, anarchy, and ruin, at a young age and roped through the ranks as a dedicated infantry fighter. Her allegiance to their leader, Iron Claw, knows no bounds. She even lost her eyes, saving the life of her alter ego, Count Fatrani. Her subsequent refusal, when I can speak English, her subsequent refusal to divulge her true identity has cemented her place at his side. Like him, she is fanatically committed to the ultimate destruction of the existent world powers. As a commander of the Scar Legions, she is entrusted with the welfare, morale, and professional development of the soldiers under her authority. She is also responsible for divulging all tasks and missions assigned by Iron Claw, and has personally accounted for completing them. As chief interrogator, she is known for using enhanced information extraction techniques to capture prisoners, as well as brutal medieval methods where appropriate. Her goal is to either persuade allies to join them or enemies to divulge their secrets. And then there's a quote at the bottom. It says, the only true test of loyalty is through your own sacrifice. And I take it that's from Steel Raven, which she proves by her missing eye. But let's take a look at her accessories, starting off with her file card. Upraised Cobra logo. It should have, I wish it would have made this as with the Scar logo instead of Cobra, because she's not a part of Cobra, she's a part of Iron Claw. or Iron Claws group Scar, codename Steel Raven. I wish they would have sat there just had a Steel Raven on there, but it works. She also comes with her removable hat with the Scar logo on it. Pretty cool. It doesn't really stay well on her head, but unless you're standing there posing her. She also comes with a communication device with the Scar logo on it. Um, pretty cool. Which is similar to the one that came as we saw a few weeks ago with Worms, but this is still cool. So she comes with this assault rifle with the clip in the back toward the stock. But this looks more like futuristic type of gun with a little scope there on the top. Pretty plainly designed, but it does, you do get the point. And she also comes with these two futuristic pistols right here, which really aren't designed all that great either, or sculpted all that great either, but you still get the point with them. And let's take a look at Steel Raven. She's got that long jet black hair with the whole Baroness type gimmick. She's like the Baroness of G.I. Joe Extreme. And then she's got this long sleeve black brown jacket with brown gloves, and with a black zip up shirt. And then she's got this brown like skirt looking thing with a little brown belt and black pants with her brown boots. And she also has her brown eye patch with like pinkish, hot pink lipstick on. So let's take a look at the articulation. She does have her head that can swivel, but her hair does kind of hinder that from happening. So it's like very limited movements on her head. Her arm does lift to about here. Her arm does rotate the full 360, and she does bend at the elbow as well as swivel at the elbow, and she rotates at her arm at a full 360. She does have the ab crotch feature and can maneuver side to side on her with her hips, as you can see. She does have the T-hook at the legs, but the skirt does strap the movement of her legs, as well as it from moving. They can lift up, but as you can see, as a result of the skirt, it doesn't really have much movement. She does have the double jointed knees. As you can see, double jointed knees. Had to get in with the look. She does rotate at the ankles, as well as the ankle pivot. So let's go ahead and take a look at Steel Raven all geared up. Here she is all geared up. Unfortunately, she can't carry all her accessories, but I do like to use these two little guns because I think they're pretty much a little cooler than the rifle, and a little communication device. But and she also does on the card art, holding those two pistols. As you can see with the artwork on the file card, she does hold the two pistols. My thoughts actually, she makes no appearances in the original G.I. Joe 1982 to 1994 run. She doesn't come in the Sergeant Savage toy run, but she is in the Scar G.I. Joe Extreme episodes. She first appeared in episode 11 of the G.I. Joe Extreme comic cartoon series. I'm not sure of any comic book appearances. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. My thoughts are Steel Raven. She's basically like the G.I. Joe Extremes version of the Baroness. So it does make her kind of cool. And the hat is kind of hokey. The brown the brown jacket and skirt, it's cool, but it's a very very much of a hindrance, especially the skirt, especially for the legs. Uh, Movement and posability of the legs is very wonky, but still a cool action figure. Still awesome for who she is. I'm not too familiar with her character because I never really watched the G.I. Joe Extreme cartoon, but I was never into G.I. Joe Extreme. When I was younger. I was kind of older, little too old to really play with toys at the time, so I thought. But I still collect them. Now I'm a recollector now, but I collect more of the modern era figures. But I'm glad to have this as a part of my collection. um, I would rank her as at least a middle tier figure. Due to the flaws in the skirt with the posability, but she's still a cool figure. But middle tier nonetheless. I still like the whole character concept and who she is, and even though she's a blatant Baroness ripoff, but she's still a cool figure. I'm glad to have her in my collection, and I'm glad to have her as my anniversary video and the kickoff these next 10 female figure reviews that I'm about to do. So this is technically the first review of Women's Month. I needed something to go along in Women's Month, for my anniversary, since I'm doing Women for Cobra first in July and Women for G.I. Joe in June. I mean, not June, but July is Cobra and August will be G.I. Joe Women. So I'm doing 10 videos in 9 weeks. So hey, but tune in Friday as a matter of fact, we are doing the Baroness. And she is the popular character of the month. I'm doing the popular character second due to the fact that this is a very special review for my anniversary. I did not want to do the Baroness early, but earlier than I wanted to. But we'll do the Baroness next week. This has been Steel Raven, and we got some great figures coming up in this month, like Munitia and Coach Slither Serana. So we are actually going, and there will be others. But this has been Steel Raven. Thank you for a great 3 years, y'all. Tune in for the Baroness and Munitia and Coach Slither Serana and the others, which I'm going to surprise y'all with the rest of them. But this has been Steel Raven. See y'all in the next one in the Baroness's video. Thank you for the 3 years. Thank you for your support, your views. Keep watching, and see you in the next one. And as always, this has been the Cobra Island, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Thank y'all, and see y'all in the next one.